Number 96 in the Radiance range is I Fidanzati, which is the Fiances. And this is another kind of almost silent movie for the most part, as we follow basically two characters. We have this man and we have this woman. At the start, they go to this dance hall, which is great because it's all kind of silent as they're getting it set up. And then the people start to dance, and it's really kind of fun and energetic. But you can tell that this is a couple who are not happy at the moment. They're kind of pulling at each other. The man has been offered a wonderful career opportunity, almost too good to be true, but he's going to have to leave and go to a different city for a period of time. And you can tell that the woman is really unhappy with this.
Tanto guarda, se non ci vado io ce ne sono subito pronti altri 10. Ma poi cosa cambia?
She likes her man. She wants her man there. Her name is Liliana. He is Giovanni. And you can kind of tell that Liliana feels like she's going to lose Giovanni if he goes away. But Giovanni is focused on the career, focused on the choice that he's going to make that's going to make a better life for them, hopefully. And what I kind of love about this is that you're thrown into a small part of a couple's relationship. This is a key part. It's a part that's going to make or break them. And for the most part, you just get to see this couple living their lives separate. And although there isn't much interaction, there isn't much conversations, there isn't a lot of dialogue in this one, everything's put across through the visual medium, and you get this wonderful feeling of loss, of resentment, of resignation, of love that comes through just in their actions and how they're living their lives.
Mi vuoi ancora sposare?
Adesso. Ma come si fa?
For the most part, we follow Giovanni as he moves to this new city, as he gets set up in a hotel, and then later on a lodging, as he is working away. He is devoid of almost interaction. He doesn't really talk to people. He doesn't really go out. He just works and sleeps and wanders around town when he can. And he seems to be alone, almost melancholic, as he kind of struggles with the fact that he is really missing Liliana. And every now and again we go back to her and we just kind of see her trying to get on with things, trying almost not to think about Giovanni. And you get flashbacks through certain elements of their lives. And it's just an interesting moment in the life. And because you're watching Giovanni, and I think this is marvellous through the filmmaking. This was the same for Il Posto as well. Director Olmi knows how to put across a feeling with just the images. And it almost feels like a silent film at times, is the way he just influences me, the viewer, by just showing me certain things. And it impacted me. I could tell that Giovanni was being depressed. He was run down. He was missing his love. And although there's no kind of like big movie moment where these characters rush together on a beach and connect or anything like that, it feels more realistic in the way things take their turn in the final third. Because I was really wondering how this was going to play out. And although it is a story that's visual, and it tells this wonderful tale, and it gives a place, it gives the idea of the working that have to go on, how Giovanni is living his life through wonderful images and great sets, and where he stays, wandering about the town. It's one that has this kind of subdued narrative of a make or break moment for a relationship. And because there's a limited dialogue, it becomes at some points a little too melancholic for me. There wasn't any really kind of uplifting moment until we get kind of near the end and things start to take a kind of really nice turn, which is the best way I can say. But this, it was nice. It didn't have the emotional impact of, say, Il Posto, but it was one of those movies that I couldn't look away from. Just the visual aspect of this was just stunning. I found myself studying every moment. It felt more impactful because there was a limited dialogue throughout it because I was watching all the actions and interactions that people did have. It felt more fascinating. I would say that I Fidanzati was a good movie. It's paired with an absolute cracker of a movie, and ultimately it's a great set to get. But let's dive into the disc and see the extras for I Fidanzati. Here we are in the disc for I Fidanzati. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have Lamberto Caimi. In this newly filmed interview, director of photography Lamberto Caimi recalls the time of working on I Fidanzati, filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. This is 10 minutes 41 seconds and really comes as a continuation of his interview in the first disc as well, where he's talking all about finding the proper dance hall that we're going to use, talking about the festival sequence and where his memory is a little bit hazy on that. Next we have Richard Dyer again. In this newly filmed interview, critic, academic and Italian cinema expert Richard Dyer provides a detailed and engaging analysis of I Fidanzati, filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. And this runs for 22 minutes 57 seconds, and he continues on his thematics of neo-realism within Olmi's films, and particularly focuses on editing patterns in a certain segment, which was a segment I really loved in this one. Next we have Eshan Koshbak. In this newly filmed interview, curator and filmmaker Eshan Koshbak discusses Olmi's background as a documentary filmmaker and the thematic and stylistic concerns of his work, filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. This runs at 16 minutes 23 seconds. And again, we kind of fall a little bit into the other works of Olmi, the kind of first film he made, Il Posto, going into I Fidanzati, the kind of thematics that he was stripping through that, the way he would kind of use his actors and the way he would use certain patterns to tell his story. Again, terrific, gets a little bit in depth at moments, but I really kind of liked that. Also included in this set is a 24-page booklet where you have the cast and crew for both Il Posto and I Fidanzati, as well as an essay, A Job for Life, Olmi's Search for Joy in a Mechanised World by Christina Newland. And that's the extras for I Fidanzati. So there we have it. This two-part set is terrific yet again. I get a little flavour of this director, and I'm hoping we're going to see more of his work in the Radiance range because I'm kind of fascinated by what he's doing so far. I'd love to know your thoughts on I Fidanzati, so let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, mandyfilm.com. Always, and which you can support. Thanks for watching. See you next.